hope these niggas don't copyright me because of that. But here we go. Mind control. Stranger Things. If you don't know nothing about mind control, go back and watch the video I just did before this, talking about mind control. Alright. I got my notes here and all of that. When you watch these shows, you should always ask yourself, what are they trying to tell you? Everything has a surface meaning, but there's always a deeper code being hidden. Example, when you play video games, you think the objective is for you to have fun and just vibe. But there's demons and entities inside video games that's really just trying to mind control you from what you're really supposed to be doing. Niggas die over 2K. Motherfuckers be ready to pull up and get active over Call of Duty. Niggas ready to shoot you in real life. They be like, drop the load, nigga. Like, yo, mind control. So, let's get into it. Henry mind control / trapped the kids inside of his mind to build his new reality. How many kids did he get? 12. 12 disciples. Henry represented the 13, which represents Christ consciousness. The bad guy is usually the good guy. You gotta change your perspective. Henry was trying to build a new world. Yes, he did it the wrong way, but everything he was saying was facts. The world that we are in, it does need to be destroyed. But, moving on past that, Henry told Will he created the tunnels and the upside down every night in his dreams. For us, this means if we don't control our minds in real life, then we can unconsciously build a reality for somebody else, which we've been doing this whole time. You don't build the new reality. You get mind controlled into building the new reality. Like, there's realities for everything. Literally everything right now, there's a reality for it. So, there's a porn reality. There's a reality where it's just nerds and streaming and all of that. Like, there's podcasts for all different type of shit. Many paths to the light. You know what I'm saying? But the real reality that everybody still has to participate in is life. Paying bills. Going to work. You didn't sign up for that. But you got mind control into believing in it. And because you believe in it, it made it real. Sometimes they drop shit and we don't pick up on it, which means they can't make it real. It's not gonna stick. So it's like you can see the finesse. If the finesse don't work, they just try something else. They just distract you with something else. They just seeing what works. This whole shit is an experiment. Niggas is experimenting on you. You have to take your mind back, create your own reality, and then you can truly escape from the game that they trying to keep you playing in. You don't even need to be in that game, bro. It's nothing there for you. You'll be better off creating a new reality for yourself. But people don't believe in themselves and they can't break out of that mind control. It's like even if you tell them the truth, they still won't hear you. It still won't sink in because they're under mind control. You couldn't save them even if you wanted to. Something gotta click within them to where they say, oh, this is some bullshit. Oh, I'm being finessed. I'm being mind controlled. But they don't even feel it because they're not aware. Niggas don't meditate. Niggas don't take time to slow down and truly be aware of what's going on with your body, your mind, and your life. Most people are just going with the motions. Okay. Henry had to conquer his own demons in his mind before he could merge the upside down and earth together to create a new world/reality. What does this mean for us? Because that's what you should ask yourself. Anytime you watching something, anytime you reading something, you should ask yourself, what does this mean for me? Even as you're watching this video, you should ask yourself, what does this mean for me? Because like I just said, it's many paths to the light. What you get from it may not be what somebody else get from it. You feel me? And that's the beauty of it. So, Henry had to conquer his own demons in his mind before he could merge the upside down and earth together to create a new world/reality. For us, this means if we don't heal or let go of the trauma in our mind, then there will always be blockages, which means your thoughts and your manifestations can't flow or come to life. Inside the show, the kids were trapped inside Henry's mind, but Max and Holly knew if we run into this cave, they didn't know why, but they was like, we run into this cave, Henry won't come near us. We can actually be protected. The reason why that kept on working is because there was a memory that Henry didn't want to deal with that was inside that cave. So, to get to the kids, he had to say, fuck it. I just got to go deal with this shit. And he went in there, dealt with the shit, and then he tracked the kids and started building his own reality. But before he did all of that, the last step he had to do was conquer his own demons inside of his mind. After that, it was nothing stopping him for real. He was able to do whatever he wanted to do. The Indian girl Callie, that was Elle's sister, she had powers and she could mind control too. Not mind control, but she had the powers. Like she could go inside of people's minds. She had magic, shit like that. A lot of people thought she had bad intentions because she was telling Elle the truth, which the truth was, if you don't sacrifice yourself, this shit is gonna keep going on. It was a scene inside the show. They had pregnant women line the fuck up, ready for, cause Elle was the missing key. If they got Elle, then they could use her blood forever and keep making more Henrys, more. They could keep doing what they wanted to do with their little MK Ultra project. Like, they was going to have a whole bunch of kids just on that type of shit. And they was going to control them and mind control them to use them as weapons for possibly a war or for whatever they got going on. So, a lot of people was looking at Callie the wrong way, but she was really telling Elle the truth. You going to have to sacrifice yourself to save the world, which everybody has to do eventually. That's the reason they tell you, and I'm not quoting the Bible because I believe this shit 100% to be true, but I know everybody that's under mind control is still in the Bible. So, I'm giving you this shit to reach you. Jesus died on the cross, sacrificed himself, supposedly for everybody's sins. You're supposed to do the same thing. Parents sacrifice themselves for their kids. You should be sacrificing something to get to where you need to be. So, like anybody that got anything in life, spiritually, physically, or even mentally, they're gonna tell you that I had to make a sacrifice. I had to let something go so I could fully grow into who I needed to be. Now, she told Elle the truth. Now, mind you, how I just said about God sacrificing himself, all of that. All right. Elohim. El just means like God. So when you listen to these names, Elohim, Michael, Michael, the L at the end, Samuel, Daniel, Daniel, you know what I'm saying? It got the L at the end. What do they call 11? El, which means that she's like God. They be hoping this shit go over your head, you know what I'm saying? So you can never see the true code of what they trying to tell you. Yes, it's entertainment, but it's also occult symbolism and hidden messages, chakra stories that's trying to show you something within yourself that you should be doing. They giving it to you, you know what I'm saying? So y'all remember the black wormhole that they encountered when they was in the Upside Down? The black wormhole in Stranger Things is really a black portal, aka the universe's vagina, because the universe has birthed all of this shit, the planets, the earth, all of that. So they make you look at the wormhole as something scary, but it's really one of the keys to freeing yourself. When you die, you don't go into the light. You go into the darkness to find your light. How do we know this? Because you should have been doing that shit while you was down here. Going through the darkness, going through the pain. That's the whole test. You going through this, you going through all of this shit. You going through hell to raise yourself back up into God. And then building your own heaven. That's what niggas are supposed to be doing. So, most people, I was just talking to somebody about this shit the other day. Most people live in fear and they like to play it safe. But how much can we truly learn from faith if we never take action or take risk? You say you believe in God, but you scared of everything. You always in fear. Every time you want to do some shit, it's always a fearful response. It's negative. And it's sad to say, you know, like, that's the reason I be saying a lot of people be pretending. They don't believe in God for real. They just like to say that. But they don't believe in God for real, bro, because when people get into certain situations, they don't say, this is an opportunity for me to grow. They don't see the bigger picture. They don't see the code that God is trying to tell them, like, yo, you needed to go through this. Now that you went through this, you can get to this. But you wasn't going to get to what you really wanted without going through this. And a lot of people don't even make it past the first step. You ask God for something, and then he takes something away, or it causes you to make a sacrifice or make your life a little bit uncomfortable, and you start bitching. But sometimes shit gotta get worse before it get better. You gotta see if you really built for this shit. A lot of y'all niggas not built for this shit. And you just be lying to yourself, saying that you want something because it sound good. But it don't require no real action, no real change within yourself. Anything that doesn't require change within yourself, nigga, you standing still. You not going nowhere. You sound smart to a dumb person, but to somebody who really did the work, you playing yourself. You pretending. You not doing this shit for real. And I'll get to my last point. Be grateful for everything. Sometimes life can throw you a curveball and make you forget how blessed you truly are. Just because things get tough, we must remember how far we came, because it could always be worse. That's a fact. Personal experience, bruh. I'm about to give you a personal experience. Cause I'm still working on this shit. I'm getting better at it, nigga, cause I'm trying. And I ain't even gonna say I'm trying, nigga. I'm doing this shit, bruh. Practicing every day to try and control this shit, bro. It's a constant battle with yourself. There is no devil. There is nothing holding you back from greatness but you. Take accountability for your own life. Stop feeding into the mind control. See, when you under mind control, you gonna blame everybody else. Still blaming the white man. Still blaming